and we need to denounce it. And me as a Rwandan, I know that I'm part of a very extreme minority of Rwandan people who dare speak, because most Rwandans are slaves and they have chosen to kiss ass. Some guy talking about, why don't you live in Rwanda? If you don't live in Rwanda, you're not a real Rwandan. All right, you're proving my point. Because to live in Rwanda is to become a slave, is to kiss ass of the criminal dictatorship. Nobody's allowed to have freedom of speech. Nobody's allowed to criticize anything. Nobody's allowed to challenge Kagame. And if you do, you die, you go to jail, you become a refugee. So that's what we have become, refugees. Instead of being in jail or instead of dying. People in Rwanda are very submissive and very silent. Nobody will tell you what they think, what they really think. So everybody has to speak the same government official propaganda or else. This is Rwanda. So you want to go back to Rwanda? You want to go and live in Rwanda? Be my guest. Go and live in Rwanda. Go and live in Rwanda. Maybe you will understand how Rwandans are suffering. Yeah, I dare you to give up your American passports. Give up your American passports. Give up your Canadian passports, which I have a Canadian passport, which I'm not giving up to go back to Rwanda, especially not under the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan in Rwanda. Never. But I dare you, Americans and everybody else who praises the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan in Rwanda, give up your American passports, so you are not protected anymore by the American Constitution, which is really the best thing that protects you, because at least in America you have the rule of law. You are protected under the law. But in Rwanda, nobody is protected under the law. People have a constitution, but Rwanda is ruled by the president's word. You hear even these Americans, they're like, oh, we go to Rwanda, we want to meet Kagame. If we meet Kagame, our projects will advance. I'm like, you see, even you want to come to Africa and have those privileges. If you meet Kagame, your project will advance. So what happens the day that Kagame is no longer in power? Then what happens to your project? Your project is destroyed and nothing protects you, because it's not a country under the rule of law. It's a country where somebody says and people execute without thinking, without respecting laws. People are just executing somebody's words. That's a very, very fragile country, and it will crumble. You see Rwanda suffering under sanctions. Why? Because Rwanda living off aid and debt and help from abroad. How is that a true independent sovereign African country when you exist because you get help from all these people? And why are they helping you? Why are they helping you? Precisely because you are their house nigger. You are their house nigger working against the rest of Africa, being sent into Congo to kill and to plunder, to kill millions of Congolese people while doing propaganda, talking about how you saved so and so and so, calling these children that you can sit in front of them, give them interviews. Who is this child? Mario Nawafal. Who is this child that Kagame is sitting in front of and explaining himself to? Who is he? Huh? Which stake does he have in Rwanda? And all these African Americans who be speaking, talking, promoting a genocidaire as an example, as a role model. What stake do they have in Rwanda? Do you have family? Do you have people in Rwanda? Are you the ones who are going to die in Rwanda? Go ahead, give up your American citizenship and go and live in Rwanda without the American protection. Then you will discover how Rwandans are living under this criminal dictatorship. Then, if your rights are violated, you will have zero protection. Zero. You could be in jail right now for simply having a YouTube channel in Rwanda. Many people in Rwanda are in jail for simply having a YouTube channel and showing things that the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan does not want people to see. And then they have the audacity to call these children from wherever this Mario Naufal comes from to come and sit in front of the president of Rwanda without, so that he can't challenge him at all. He can't challenge him at all. Where's the Rwandan free media, free independent thinkers challenging him? Where's the African journalist challenging your Pan-Africanist, fake Pan-Africanist Kagame? No one. He does not dare sit in front of a real journalist, a real free thinker. He does not. These are the children that he's sitting in front of. So you Americans looking for freedom, search of uhuru, going back to Africa to look for freedom, I'm warning you, the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan in Rwanda is not freedom. Rwandans are not free. Rwanda and Rwandans, we are also still in search of uhuru. So if you go to Rwanda thinking that you have found your uhuru in Rwanda, don't say I didn't warn you. So this was just me warning you so that nobody is ever going to say that nobody ever told them. Because no Rwandans will tell you. They'll remain silent because, they're so scared. But me, I have my own philosophy, which I have explained in my new book, which you see over there, Imana East. Know thy divine rights. I know my divine rights. This is why I exist as I exist. And this is why I'm sharing my philosophy in this new book. So I know my divine rights. Know thy divine rights. This is the title of the book. I go from the idea that I already know my divine rights and I know what they have done for me. Now, if you want to know thy divine rights, hey, I got a new book for you, my people. All right. So let me see in the comments if anybody has been in the comments. If not, I'm going to move into French briefly and then move into Kenya Rwanda. Let's take the video from Uhuru off the screen. I'm always open to conversation. If anybody want to hear from me, want to interview me, want to have a conversation on Rwanda, Africa, I'm listening. I'm answering questions, not there for empty and pointless debates. I'm there to share knowledge, my research, and my information. So if people don't have that attitude, that's on them. But that is my attitude wherever I go. I go there to share knowledge and information. I go there for bombardement intellectuel, as people know. I go there to teach. I go there to learn, because this is a never-ending journey of teaching and learning, So I don't know.